This scenery is like in a Degas picture. Good evening. I'm Nicole Bonnet from the New York FBI office.
Bonsoir. When did it happen?
I'm sorry?
Since when is the 18th District a part of New York?
My visit was arranged. Didn't your boss tell you?
We've got a custom here. We try not to annoy other people too much before the weekend.
I see that courtesy toward women is no longer practiced in Paris.
Oh, I'm sorry, mademoiselle. If you've come here just to enjoy Paris, I'm happy to serve.
Your superiors have asked the FBI for help. I came here because you suspect that a serial killer we've nicknamed the Puppeteer has moved to France.
I must warn you that you won't be allowed to partake in any investigative actions.
Don't worry, I'm not here to take the credit. I'm just an observer.
Well, in that case, please don't touch anything.
Can I ask a question?
Of course. The Yanks are allowed to learn too.
How was the woman killed?
We'll know that after the autopsy.
I don't see any wounds or traces of blood.
There are numerous other ways of killing a human being.
Yes, but our puppeteer ties his victims, cuts their arteries, and lets them slowly bleed to death.
Such a lack of haste indicates great self-confidence.
If it really was the puppeteer who killed the danseuse, he must have killed her earlier and brought her here already dead.
Why go to all this trouble?
That's the very essence of this case. The effort put into murdering a beautiful girl and posing her like in a painting by Degas.
You Americans are crazy about our artists, aren't you?
The killer doesn't have to be American, but as far as we can tell, he's stopped killing in the States.
A Frenchman, perhaps. He's an artist, am I right?
All we know about the puppeteer has been sent over to your department.
I'll read it on Monday, but now we deserve a short break. I would like to invite you for Margaret de Canard to a certain restaurant.
Could I stay here a bit longer?
My colleagues are waiting for me.
I'd like to look around a bit more.
It's never too late to learn, but to pass up on gourmandise, as you wish.
Thank you, Inspector.
But please, don't touch anything. That officer will stay here until the coroner arrives.
I'll make it. It won't take long.
Do you know why I took this particular man along with me today?
Because you don't like him?
Oui, bravo!
So you're staying here after all?
No, I'll be gone in a moment.
Nicole Bonnet speaking.
Do you know anything about our killer yet?
Well, we do have another dead girl here. I'm just not sure if it's the puppeteer's handiwork. It might be a copycat. After all, the press wrote a lot about him, even in France.
Find out as quickly as you can.
The French asked for our help, but the inspector's keeping all the information away from me. Could you intervene?
Not everything can be done through official channels. You'll have to convince him, somehow.
He doesn't want me here.
Well, perhaps he feels threatened, on a professional level. What? You don't know that feeling? Either way, collect some documents and photos and send them today.
I can't work behind his back.
Listen, you don't have too much time. My accountant is questioning me about these bills from Paris. These can't drag on endlessly.
I'm doing the best that I can.
I want this trip of yours to be a success, but if something goes wrong, I won't be the one going down.
Is everybody already scared of me?
Enough of that. Get to work.
Does the Bureau want me to fail? I have to show them I can manage without their help. I should take a photo of the body. No can do. I already have a photo of this piece of evidence. I should secure this piece of evidence. What an amazing view. I wonder if I'll find some time to get on top of the Eiffel Tower. They missed this fingerprint. I think that the inspector will find it most interesting. They missed this fingerprint. I think that the These items don't match. Nicole, think. Trial and error, they say. This place has seen better times. It's dark in there. Were you able to examine the room without proper lighting?
A few hours ago the light was better. The windows are really big.
Right. But wasn't anybody interested in the fact that the wiring was broken in a rehearsal room?
Do you have any ideas?
Maybe the killer did it.
But why? Couldn't he simply turn the lights off?
Perhaps he wanted to hide something from us in the darkness. I have to check that. Or, conversely, maybe he wanted to draw our attention to something.
That's quite an original thought.
Maybe he's an original killer. Let's hope not. Thanks, that's all. The fuses are still blown. This won't work. Did the killer leave this sign? There are numbers on the bottom of this plank. 1793. I should secure this piece of evidence. Do you have a pencil?
Will a pen do?
No, I need a pencil with lead inside.
Hang on, I do. You can keep it. I don't need it.
Thank you. Thanks, that's all. Nicole, think. Trial and error, they say. Nicole, think. The samples are now more or less secured. Aren't you bored with us waiting?
Oui, I am, mademoiselle. All my colleagues have gone to a restaurant and are now off for the weekend.
I'm leaving, don't worry. But first, listen to me carefully, please.
Of course.
Here is the evidence. Please, give it to Inspector Petty.
On Monday?
Maybe you can still catch him at the police station.
He sure won't be thrilled.
Tell him I found new traces and a clue, possibly written by the killer.
That will floor him.
Will you spare a few minutes of your weekend for this?
Oui, mademoiselle.
The inspector has my card with the address of the hotel I'm staying at. If he's got any questions, he can call me at any time.
Very well, I'll tell him that.
I'm finished. Are you leaving now?
No, I have to wait for the guys to come pick up the body.
A small, cozy, classy hotel. The guests must feel safe here if their suitcases stand around here for hours unattended.
Bonsoir. How was your day?
Busy.
Then it's time to eat something.
I'm not really hungry, but all right. What would you recommend?
Hachis parmentier? It's a casserole made with potatoes and minced meat.
I think I would prefer something plain and simple.
I'm afraid we don't serve pizza.
You already know what I like. I'm sure you'll come up with something.
Oui, madame. You will be pleased.
All right. I'm going upstairs now. I have to make a phone call. It's very important.
Please come down in half an hour.
I like this room, though the bed is much too big. The workplace of an agent on a business trip. Did I forget to plug it in? They warned me there would be problems like that here. I need an adapter. There you are. I have a request.
Ah, would you like to join us? Sylvie Leroux, Miss Bonnet.
Hey, how are you?
Pleased to meet you.
How can I help?
I need an adapter for my charger. I can't charge up my cell phone.
This is a common enough problem, which is why I buy several adapters every now and again.
Oh, great.
Unfortunately, my absent-minded guests tend to take them when they leave. I have nothing like that at hand at the moment.
Where could I buy one?
Right now, probably nowhere, but I'll take care of it first thing in the morning.
Too bad it can't be done sooner, but thank you.
What about you, Sylvie? Don't you have one?
I understand your problem, but can't help you. I left mine in Malta.
Nothing to be done then. Will you wait with us for your meal?
Thank you, but I have to go back upstairs.
Please come back in a moment. Dinner is almost ready.
I can't wait till tomorrow. I have to think of something. I have no idea what to do with it. Nicole, think. I could use some wires to connect that. Simple ones would do. I could use a short piece of wire.
Depends on what you have in mind.
I have to dig around in my laptop a bit.
How about a hair clip? I have a few lying around.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you.
No problem.
I'm going upstairs. Have a nice evening.
Yeah, you too.
Please come back in a moment. Dinner is almost ready.
And they're sent. Now our specialist will take care of the pictures. Hello?
New York FBI office, how can I help you?
Ruth? You still at work? It's Nicole. I have a request.
Oh, it's you, honey. Where are you, in the jungle?
Very funny. I'm in Paris.
Oh, right. I can see some pictures coming through from Paris.
They're from me.
What should I do with them?
Give them to Nick. Have him take a look.
You're out of luck. He's gone for longer.
As usual. Well, give them to Fred then. Ask him to compare them with the materials on the Puppeteer cape.
All right. Any...
No. The position and attachment of the body, the broken mirror, the imprint on the glass, he'll know.
When are you coming back?
Soon, I guess. There's not much I can do here.
In Paris? You can party all night long.
How's my cat?
Perfectly fine. Which can't be said about my refrigerator.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Inspector Petty.
Nice to hear you. Did the officer deliver the evidence?
Yeah, thank you. We'll analyze it.
If I could draw your attention to the...
Maybe later. The brass has asked me to pass on some news.
Yes?
We've got another murder. Looks like the same perp.
Where?
On Montmartre.
I'll go there then, okay?
Whatever suits your fancy. You'll have to find it on your own, though. Rue de Nouveau, 513.
All right. Thank you for the call.
Good night, mademoiselle.
That's a good idea. I'll just rent a car. The door is locked. It must be really late. A rental car advert. Maybe they have something roadworthy.
Yes, may I help you?
Maybe I should rent a car. I won't have to call cabs all the time.
Are you going somewhere else afterwards?
I don't know yet.
Driving around the city during the day is not a good idea. You should take the subway or the bus.
But it shouldn't be a problem at this time of day.
Provided you can find a parking space.
Either way, I'd like to have it now.
Oh la la, it's late. There's no way I'll find you one now.
Well, make it tomorrow then.
All right, all right.
I can't sleep. Jet-lagged, you know. If I wanted to take a walk around the area, what would you recommend I see?
At this hour, the Place du Tertre.
Oh, the Artist Square.
More like tourists, but it does have a nice atmosphere. Artists draw portraits for a few euros.
It's a waste of time.
I don't know. You're so pretty. They'll be climbing over one another just to draw you. Give them a chance.
Could you call me a cab?
But of course. But what about dinner?
Just put it in the fridge for me.
It won't be as tasty if it is reheated.
Oh well.
Henri, c'est Pierre Montagnac. Please send a cab to my hotel. Yes, straight away. Merci. The cab will be here shortly.
Great. Thanks, that's all. Didn't let you go, eh?
And I was already halfway out the door. The old man must hate me.
You're not the only one.
And he's not the only one to hate me either. Those criminals love to make us work weekends.
What do you know about the victim?
It's a girl. She was a regular here.
Why can't men just stick to murdering each other? Any evidence?
I'm telling you, the inspector was gobsmacked when he saw how much you collected there.
I can imagine. But I'm asking about this murder here.
C'est maman.
Like the puppeteer? Whose apartment is that?
One Jacques Dupree, a countryman of yours. The neighbor heard a quarrel in his apartment today.
That's very interesting. Have you brought him in yet?
You'll have to ask the inspector about the details. Except I think he's busy now.
Is that know-it-all here? Send her up here.
I'll come by at a later time. I'm here, Inspector.
What's a beautiful woman like you doing here? You should be enjoying the delights of Paris rather than snooping around holes like this one.
Thank you for your concern, but I already took a walk along the Montmartre.
Oh, you needn't have. We'll mail you all the data you asked for.
Well, since I'm already here, how about you tell me something about the suspect?
Sure, he's an American by the name of Jack Dupree.
How long has he been here?
Several weeks. Fits with your puppeteer.
We'll have to check the dates. Any evidence? Fingerprints?
Yes, they're being compared right now.
So, who's the victim?
Jacqueline Lorraine, another dancer. This time from the Moulin Rouge.
Judging by the hooks and ropes, her body was arranged too.
He hung her up above the floor as if she were doing a grand jeté. Just there, where the blood stain is.
Blood? Well, that doesn't sound like the puppeteer. He always prepares his victims meticulously.
Well, he could have taken a shortcut this time. You think these psychos are some sort of divine creatures? But they sometimes lose control of the situation. I know what I'm talking about. I've seen it up close.
What about the doll? Did he leave a doll?
No, but most probably someone startled him.
Do you have a witness?
Yes, a woman living in this building.
Did she witness the murder?
No, but we've got the killer in our grasp anyway.
Can I be present at his interrogation?
Do you really want to sit around with us in those stuffy rooms?
Yes, I do.
Well, you know, we haven't exactly caught him yet, but it is a matter of hours.
It's very important to us. We need to be sure whether or not he's the puppeteer.
You will be. We'll squeeze him like a lemon.
Can I count on you calling me? Like now?
I'll try, but it's easy to forget when you're swamped with work like me.
Of course, I can contact your superiors directly, but it's not quite the same as talking to a colleague who works in the field. See, I'm going back to the States. I want to have something substantial for my boss.
He must be driving you hard, too. I can see it in your haste and your insistence.
I knew you'd understand. After all, neither of us is sitting in a cozy cafe right now.
I hope we'll have the opportunity to get to know each other better on private grounds.
Yes, professional contacts distort true human relations.
Please, take my card. The design is lovely, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
If not now, maybe next time.
I'm sure I'll come back to visit. I love France. My father comes from here.
Really? Ah, that explains your French surname.
My father can talk about French cuisine and wine for hours.
I could feel you weren't born under the sign of the hot dog.
And I could feel you had brilliant intuition.
Just forget about the case for a moment. Go to a good restaurant. Enjoy life like you would a fine dinner. As you can see, not everybody lives to see the main course.
Can I take a look around?
There's no need. This time we really did check everything thoroughly.
Oh, no, that's not what
We'll send you all the files, but stop nosing about here for now.
Will you let me know if something happens?
Take my advice. Forget about the case for a while.
No can do. I should photograph the evidence. I heard someone saw the killer.
Yes, the woman who lives in apartment 12 on the floor below.
What did she say?
She passed Dupree in the doorway around the time the murder was committed.
I'd like to talk to her. Is she at home or at the station?
She's home, but she's very scared.
What's her name?
Agnes Gruchet.
I'll try to talk to her. I'll go talk to that woman.
I'm not sure she'll want to talk.
Good evening. My name is Nicole Bonnet. I'd like to talk to you for a moment. Madame Gruchet, I'm sorry to bother you at such a late hour, but I have to talk to you about the murder.
I already gave them my statement. Now leave me alone.
Just a few questions.
I don't know you.
I have to talk to you about the murder.
Leave me alone.
Inspector Petty is busy. He sent me to ask you a few questions.
Let me sleep. I'm already at my wit's end after what happened.
Madame Gruchet, I'm sorry, but this is necessary. This man can try to kill again. Maybe we'll save somebody's life.
Jesus, and my life doesn't count for anything?
You are safe. Did you get a good look at him?
He ran out as if he was in a hurry to see his mistress. I only saw his back, but it was definitely that American.
Jack Dupree?
Yes, dressed like always. Same height and hair color. I already told the inspector all of this.
What was this Dupree like, as a person?
Before? He was nice, but he didn't talk much. He couldn't express himself fluently in French.
And back then, when he was leaving, was there anything odd about his behavior, apart from the fact that he was in a hurry?
I don't know. Something metal fell on the sidewalk, like he dropped his keys, but he didn't even hear it.
Thank you. Have a good night.
I won't fall asleep without my pills anyway.
I can't reach that. I can see a toolbox behind you.
A toolbox? Oh, right.
Can I take a look inside?
Better not. It belongs to Michel, the technician. He gets really mad when someone digs around in his tools.
Can I look inside the toolbox?
No, you don't want to get on Michel's bad side.
A locker filled with rubbish. I won't harass this scared woman anymore. I wonder if anything interesting is written here. An old edition of the local newspaper. Have you read what they're writing about you yet?
Really? Where?
Where they say the police are clueless.
It's really dark in here.
I wonder if it's closed. Treasures. What was I looking for again? If I don't find any new evidence, at least I'll have something to keep sandwiches in.
There was a man here, urgently waiting to see you.
Who was he?
I think he was American. He couldn't wait for you, so he left a letter.
All right. I'll read it as soon as I get back. Could you send a cab for me?
Someone will be there shortly.
Thank you.
The pleasure is all mine.
Could I have that letter?
Here you go.
And the man didn't introduce himself.
No, he was very nervous.
That's interesting. Thank you. I'm innocent. Please meet me at the Pont des Invalides at 11 p.m. Please, don't tell the police. Jack Dupree. I'll meet him. Maybe he's innocent after all. This letter doesn't fit a serial killer profile.
A bracelet secured as evidence.
Where is the Pont des Invalides?
Oh, that is quite far. You'd better take a cab.
Could you get one for me, please?
For what time?
For right now.
Calling now. Do you Americans ever eat dinner?
I completely forgot.
You'll starve yourself to death.
I promise I'll eat it as soon as I get back.
I'll hold you to that.
Are there any cafes here that are reminiscent of the early 20th century?
If you would like to experience the flavor of Old Montmartre, you could go to the La Panagile.
La Panagile. Does it have anything to do with the decadent La Boheme?
Yes, the cabaret was immortalized in the art of its regular patrons, like Pablo Picasso or Utrillo.
Oh, I remember. It's that distinctive building on the corner of a steep little street.
That's the one. There you can listen to old chansons parisiennes in an incredible atmosphere. I highly recommend it.
Thanks, that's all. Wait, what about the pictures? I have to send them. And they're sent. Now our specialist will take care of the pictures. Perhaps I should take my laptop. I'll take down Jack's explanations straight away. I have to change. I won't walk around Paris in a suit. Jeans and my favorite jacket. This...
I need your help.
You should turn yourself over to the police.
I'm an American, like you are.
I'll notify the consul. You'll have legal counseling and contact with your family.
I'm already too deep. Someone's trying to frame me.
Why should I believe you?
Letters. Everything started with the damn letters I received in New Orleans.
The police will surely take that into account. I can't help you.
You have to see them. I stashed them in my apartment.